We've been working closely with some business advisory clients of ours recently that throughout the pandemic, their turnover had been really quite strong. They'd managed to either maintain turnover or actually increase turnover during the pandemic, but their margins had reduced, which means that even though turnover had gone up, their business profitability had actually suffered. So what we did with these clients was really got into the nitty-gritty of what their purchasing decisions had been, how much stock were they carrying, looking at things like their cost of goods sold on individual line items, and just looking at what they could do in order to increase their margins, which then in turn led to a significant increase in their profitability. A couple of suppliers had to be changed in order to pick up some significant cost savings, but in some instances they were paying 30 or 40% more than what a corresponding supplier was willing to supply them with the exact same product. So some of those decisions were absolute no-brainers. In other areas, the clients had not been monitoring their wastage, which how much product were they throwing out at the end of the day. This was a food business, so at the end of the day they still had product and that was getting thrown out. So by monitoring their wastage and looking at how much they were producing on certain days, they could really look at areas where they could improve, reduce the amount they were making, encourage their staff to really push certain line items towards the end of the day to minimise wastage, and a whole host of other strategies that really helped minimise that wastage. And at the end of the day, it ended up improving their bottom line by between $50,000 and $100,000 by the time the whole process will have washed through over the next 12 months. So even though we only made small changes across the board, it had a significant impact on their bottom line and meant they went from, struggling to really thriving. So if this sounds like something that is occurring in your business, give us a call. We can sit down and have a look and see what we can do to help you improve your margins, improve your profitability.